November 15th, 1966. Here, at this very location, in Point Pleasant, West Virginia, the TNT bunkers, two couples saw a 7 to 8 foot figure rise in front of their car. Red eyes. In fear, they took off down this desolate road back to Point Pleasant to the sheriff's office, claiming it chased them over the tree lines. They disappeared before they get to town. They reported this figure with large wings, red eyes, chasing them fast as their car could drive. That would later become the legend of Mothman. Come with us today as we explore Point Pleasant, the Mothman Museum, the TNT bunkers, as we go inside and explore the history that follows this cryptid that has become a nationwide favorite, the Mothman. All right, so we're here at Fort Randolph. It's actually my favorite relation to the Mothman lore. In 1777, a Shawnee chief, Chief Cornstalk, his son, and some of his other followers, or Native Americans, came to the fort to seek peace with the settlers. Some of the soldiers killed Chief Cornstalk, his son, and unfortunately disposed of the bodies in the river. Apparently, in the history, the lore, the theory was that in his dying breath, Chief Cornstalk set a curse on Point Pleasant, stating that for 200 years there'd be a curse besieged upon this land. And it was 100 and I believe 89 years later, the Silver Bridge collapsed. And that's when we started seeing Mothman sightings, was that 189-year mark. I think this is kind of the coolest relation theory. There's plenty of them, but this is my favorite.
It's kind of like the origin story of Mothman, like
Yeah,
how
it's
some
kinda
people
like-
believe he came to be.
Like a spiritual omen brought forth a curse
Yeah.
from Chief Cornstalk.
All right, so we actually just stopped for lunch. We stopped at the Rio Bravo. It was delicious. I mean, Mexican food's always, I think, a banger, but so we need to stop for lunch. That's taken care of. So now we're on our way to the Mothman Museum. We actually have never been inside the Mothman Museum before, even though we are technically locals.
We've even been to the Mothman Festival.
We've been to the Mothman Festival, which takes place annually every September. We went for the first time actually last year, and so now, for the first time, we're going to the Mothman Museum. Now you may ask, why didn't we go at the Mothman Festival? Well, during the Mothman Festival, it's actually very, very busy. So the museum actually wraps around the entire building, and it takes a while to get up to the front. So we decided not to go to the museum that day just because it was so busy. But typically, when there's no festivals, no anything going on in the town, it's just like walk-in.
Bunker 304, a vault of pop culture curiosities. We've been here before when we went to the Mothman Festival. It was pretty cool. They have like I don't know, just a lot of, what would you call it, cryptid-esque? Like if Mothman's more like Mothman focused, this is more like general pop culture fun.
Fallout 76, guys. For anyone who knows this, we're huge fans of Fallout. The Fallout lore. So Fallout, actually, if you've ever played the Fallout 76 game, they actually have Point Pleasant in Fallout 76. So, of course, you gotta have Fallout 76.
Neil Morton Studios. This is what we need to wear to that spook con we're going to in Lexington. I love this shit, like the Chevy front of the truck. That's cool. Okay, so Roger Scadbury. Remember we watched the video about the Scadburys?
Mm-hmm. They were actually the first ones to find Mothman, actually. According to the lore, it was 1957, yes. So these, he was a part of 3 other people who were actually in the car driving when they first spotted Mothman for the first time. So these are actually the bunkers that we're going to be going to later. They're replicas of, or I guess dioramas of the ammo bunkers that are stored within
nicknamed them the igloos.
The igloos, but they're TNT bunkers that they stored during World War II. But they did store like ammunition and stuff in these bunkers that we're going to be exploring later.
So right here we have the original handwritten depositions written by Linda Scarberry immediately after the encounter on Tuesday, November 15th, 1966 at the Mason County Sheriff's Department.
And these are original handwritten, so this is really amazing. I mean, they've kept them all these years.
Them blown up and typed up in case file format. And then here's another one down here we have, which is the eyewitness Mary Milletti handwritten police report. It's a police report. November 1966, 5 pages total from
Front and back. And they're very faded right now. You can barely see the handwriting.
So this is really cool. This is all the different news clippings from back in that time. So, right here, November 16th, 1966. Headline reads, couples see man-sized bird creature something. So for those who do not know, if you've been living on a rock potentially, Mothman is one of the most famous cryptids there is out there. He's just known across the country as one of the more famous ones, even featured in the Fallout 76 video games. So that being said, there is movies. There's like the Mothman Prophecies. I'm pretty sure that's what that was. There's been all kinds of documentaries. He's been on the Discovery Channel, Travel Channel. So he's not just a cryptid. He's a really cool pop culture almost icon in the cryptid world. 1966, this is when the Silver Bridge was still there. So for those who do not know, Mothman has very strong ties with the whole Silver Bridge collapse. People believe that he either was there to warn or he caused it, but that's the debate. So we're in a little corner that really touches base on the Silver Bridge collapse. There's a couple cool little things I really wanted to point out. So this first one over here, this is the traffic data sheet Silver Bridge disaster 1967. So what this is it shows 38 different lines. What this is the license plate number, the year, the make and the model of the vehicle, the color, the owner, and the operator. So if you really think about this and you take this apart, this would have been the victims of the Silver Bridge collapse. Salvage workers probe by
100 people section from the Silver Bridge. This is basically the remnants of the Silver Bridge.
So I'm sure we'll see the image here somewhere, but the legend where Mothman is tied to the Silver Bridge collapse and how they relate him to it is there's a picture of him depicted in that top left beam. So a really cool feature of the Mothman story is the deep connections to the MIB. But the Men in Black is the history behind them is that they are involved in everything macabre and interdimensional and aliens, paranormal, things like that, and they just show up. Typically men in black suits, bald, very pale, almost not human. And if I recall correctly, a story I heard is the man who took the photo of Mothman on the pillar of the bridge before it collapsed. Apparently the MIB showed up and tried to request his photos. I can't remember if they got it or not, but that's why they're so tied heavily to here, is because they've been seen to interact with this whole story of Mr. Mothman. Ooh, and look, if you look behind you, Chief Cornstalk. See, there's several different backgrounds with Mothman, but my two favorite is Men in Black, Ty, and Chief Cornstalk. Ghostbusters, do they handle Mothman stuff?
What's the number to Ghostbusters? Okay, so we were actually, as we were waiting in line to take pictures of the Mothman statue, we were looking across the street and we noticed the Low Hotel. And I've heard of this hotel before. I haven't done too much research on it, but as we were looking it up, apparently it is one of the most paranormally active spots in the state. So currently they're temporarily closed, but I'm curious to see if they're gonna open again, like when that's gonna be, and if we'll be able to get in and maybe explore around the hotel. I'm manifesting that we're gonna come back and investigate this spot one day in the future. Just stumbled across this really fun little nerdy shop, I'm gonna call it, because I saw Pokemon cards listed on the window. So, of course, like a moth to a flame, pun intended, I had to hop in here. Look how cutie this is. So, apparently I'm not walking with any kind of Mothman souvenir, but I'm walking with Pokemon cards. So,
Thank you.
thank you so much. You too.
Card?
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes, come back and see us.
Thank you.
Yes.
Have a lovely day. So I may have bought some cards, Browns Quarter and Point Pleasant. Big shout out to them because they had like every single Pokemon card. I mean, I haven't seen so many like little tins. I mean, I haven't seen tins at all in a long time because they get sold out so quickly. But they had tins, they had packs, they had blister packs, they had the big like
Everything. And
oh my God.
it's like a little, little secret hole to find some good deals.
Yeah, if you ever are in the area and you want to check out Brown's Corner, super friendly, super nice. They had a lot of really cool things to look at in there, and us being like kind of like the nerdy people we are, that was probably the coolest shop we've been in all day. When it comes to the Mothman and the Silver Bridge, I would say that this is where Mothman really kind of took off, and where people now know him all over the country and the world as who he is. But you know, I think that again, these are legends. This is a theory. These are just speculations of what could have happened. The reality of it is that this structural failure cost people a lot of lives. I think it's a major hurt in this town still. I think people still talk about it. People still mourn over it because a lot of people in this community know people who were involved in that accident.
I mean, it was only in the 1960s. There's still people alive.
Yeah, it was only
who know.
1967. So, I mean, my mom was alive in 1967. So there are people's families that were unfortunately involved in this accident who still live here today. So this is an amazing monument to the people who unfortunately lost their lives that day. But yeah, we just thought it was an interesting piece to talk about because this is a piece that is a big part of Mothman's history.
So this is really cool. So there is a mural that stretches all the way down there and all the way down around to the other side of these bathrooms. That's like all one continuous battleground mural. That's really cool. Okay, so the wind is winding right now. It says, in this monument rests the remains of Cornstalk. To the early settlers and the frontiersmen, Chief Cornstalk was well known and respected by the white settlers and the Indian tribes of the Ohio Valley. So this was the official resting place of Cornstalk and his son. Outside of Mothman, if you guys are just looking for some stuff to do on the way through, this park is like really nice. If you turn around, we just came down this little gravel trail and there's like these like stainless steel style statues that are very, very reminiscent of the Mothman statue. Probably the same artist is my guess. It's kind of like the whole flood wall all the way down through here is just this long visual history of the town of Point Pleasant. Whew, it's cold and windy.
We are standing on the very desolate road where the car of the two couples that first spotted Mothman for the very first time in 1966 were driving as Mothman was chasing them. They were fleeing and they drove that way towards the police station and they were hanging out at these TNT bunkers that are back this way. These bunkers were once used to house ammunition during World War II and now they sit abandoned and they're open to explore. We are going to head down that way to see what we can find.
Scene.
Like definitely like a variety of different people who signed their names who've been to the bunkers. So like this is basically the entrance way to the bunkers. And we walk that whole trail back there. It's somewhere back there.
Terrifying.
I could even imagine some people will explore this at night. Oh, I barely can imagine doing it now, just with how, I mean, it's so peaceful, but also something so eerie about.
Maybe if we get like more people in the future.
Do like a nighttime exploration? Yeah,
Is this
I guess
the
there's
one?
a couple.
All right, well, hold on a minute.
We thought
We're here.
actually.
We just got to the TNT bunkers. So the whole story started on this road and it's like there's nothing all the way down through there. Back towards the main road, our vehicle and another vehicle is parked there. It's not far off the main road, but we just hit the first TNT bunker and look how creepy that is.
It's
That's
just so
cool.
ominous. Also, like the door is cracked open, which is actually like
This is
creepier.
This is where Mothman's story began. Is at these bunkers. Okay, we're good.
Holy Jesus.
So, the audio in here is insane. Can you hear the reverb?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my God.
That's wild. I'm gonna try to talk, but it's a lot of echo. The reverb off the walls, I don't know if it's relaying onto the audio as well as you would believe on that, but it's almost trippy.
It's trippy.
So, I don't know what to say. This is kind of wild. Look at the ceiling. Like this dome.
Oh my God, there's a giant spider there.
What? A giant spider. This is apparently where they claim like Mothman lived, where he originated from, all kinds of wild stuff.
Does it look cool on camera?
Yeah. It's pitch black is what it is.
I know, it's pitch black, you can't see anything. Was that creepy?
It was a little creepy. Mildly.
Wow.
And there's like a walk trail on top of it. So now I guess I'm gonna walk up on top of the bunker itself.
Okay, careful. I don't know how I feel about this, but
It's just the top of the dome. Even for like West Virginia, this is like really dense. So there's like the chute. We're actually on top of the dome right now. All right, we're gonna keep walking down the trail at the main side of this road.
yeah.
And we're going to see if there's any more. I think there's multiple, but I could be wrong. So we thought it'd be fun to bring a old school digital camera, take pictures. We're gonna start doing that with a lot of our locations. Maybe nothing that's not high def, but older school. See if we find anything. I'm gonna take a couple of photos with the flash.
Yeah.
And see what happens. So it's a flash one? It should be. All right. So just to let you know, give you an idea how dark it is in here. I'm gonna go in here and Emma's gonna turn the light off. Whoa.
Ready? You're gone.
Ready? All right.
In the daytime, they're just so ominous. I just can't imagine exploring this at night. Like, this is insane.
It smells like spray paint, fresh spray paint. Hello? It smells like fresh spray paint. Oh, this is sick.
I hear like an animal.
Oh. There's movement over in the weeds. I think it's an animal though.
What's also like?
Almost sounds like a deer, maybe. Is it a deer?
Maybe? I think maybe it's just a deer or something.
Yeah, let's go in here and film this last bit real quick.
Okay.
This is really cool. You'll like this one. So this one is really cool.
Ooh.
Here we are at bunker number 3.
These are wide open this time.
This is wide open.
And like you said, this is a third bunker, and every single time the door was cracked open slightly more in
The
each
first one was
bunker.
cracked, the second one was cracked a little bit more, and this one's wide open. You gotta be careful with some of the graffiti we show here. This is really cool. But I tell you what, if you're into Mothman or just abandoned places, this stuff is cool. We continue on. So you can't see it, but right at the top of those trees is another one of the bunkers. And we're having to go off trail because there's a water break over here.
Yeah. We're real urban explorers now.
Honey, urban means town.
Urban, we're
We're just explorers.
oh my god. On?
So Emma's gonna be the one to go here first this time.
Oh, what a nice sign. Look, life is worth living. That's kind of nice.
This one's a lot less tagged.
Wow.
Now on camera, it's really hard to see.
Here. Take this light.
There we go.
Now you can see me better.
Yes. The further back we go, the less and less they are tagged.
Okay, bunker 4. We did take a detour, so I actually don't think this one's been explored in a hot minute because if you look, that is actually the path we came from. And it was, I mean, there must have been some kind of like
Flood or it looks like a dam almost broke.
it looks like the path got washed out. And I don't know how long it's been washed out for, but we took a little detour and
Made it to bunker number 4.
I guess we're gonna keep going. But I actually didn't expect we could go past 3 when I saw the path separated. We found the 5th one. So, I don't think people have been in this one in a long time. This one makes me the most nervous.
Hello? Yeah, this could be a no for me, dog.
Oh, no. Why is that?
There's a pentagram in the center of that room. And I don't do pentagrams. So, that one will remain underexplored.
Number 5.
Number 5. So this is what bunker number?
Number 6. Don't think I need the flashlight for this one.
It's collapsed. Grass is a lot more undisturbed here.
Is that you whistling?
The bird, probably. Whisper.
It's a bird.
I think it's goose.
It sounds weird. Wow, I guess it's fine.
It's almost pretty. There's something freshly disturbed right here. Something's been running around in here. So what bunker number are we at?
6.
We're at 6. So we've passed the water break. We've already passed one other bunker and we're out this one. And this one's collapsed. It's on its own little island surrounded by grass. And we keep hearing things in the trees around us, which is wild too. But look how pretty this is. Like when you come in, it's like its own little garden. Like look at the lip, perfectly cut around the edges. This is so cool. And there's still a little bit of echo. But what's wild, and again, this is a wildlife reserve, remember that, right? So you can look in the ground and see all this overturned dirt and moss right through here. And then over there on the right, you see all that dirt and overturned moss right here? You can see around the edges of the walls that the grass and the dirt has been dug up and moved. And then you have over here, you can see all this fresh See how this is packed right here?
What kind of animal do you think of this?
And then this is all loose. So I would assume there's a potentiality with the digging holes and stuff. It's probably like coyotes. But it's just kind of neat. It's like, this is really pretty and really cool. That was 6 bunkers. And we can still continue to still walk. If you look way down there, we're probably, what'd you say, half mile?
I mean, we've covered a good distance.
There's just something super serene and pretty about this area too. It's so quiet. Even if you're not here for the Mothman side of things. But it's also cool to think that back in the 1960s, that which one of these bunkers, we thought there was always one, but there's multiple. Which makes you think, which one would it actually start? Was it one of those? Was it these down here? If there is more down here, which one did it start at? So just a quick look. Look how far we've walked. And we're at bunker 7?
7. They're very overgrown. It's like they get worse.
Well, we're gonna peek in this one.
That's a brave man right there.
Well, there's a lot of really weird stuff in there.
Like what?
Just stuff stacked up and some really wild imagery.
Oh.
So we're probably just going to move on to the next one.
Okay, so maybe not no go.
Probably not on this one.
Bunker number 7. Give it a go. Give it a look-see, because I guess
There's also a lot of stacked up stuff, and let's be honest. Let's be real. Safety's a real thing, and we don't know. I mean, we gotta think there's no cell phone signal hardly out here.
No, there's not.
Sketchy people are a thing, and with very low cell phone signal, just being us, we're just gonna be safe and move on from that one. So one of the very many explanations to the Mothman is a very large bird. What kind of crane did you say it was?
The sandhill crane.
The
But
sandhill crane.
I didn't think there was any in West Virginia.
Well, we don't know for sure if that was one.
Yeah, we don't know for sure. We did just see a crane flying by, which I thought was really interesting.
Very large bird that flew up over those tree lines over there. So we're at a crossroads here.
We're at like...
It continues around that corner. I'm assuming there might be more on that corner. And it continues down that road as well. It's pretty crazy because it makes you really wonder how far this road really goes.
Yeah.
We may have to make a trip up here someday. And
Maybe
really
explore
explore
the
this out here. Could you imagine this at night?
Maybe next trip.
Maybe next trip. So we have reached the end of the crossroads where I guess this tees off and goes in 3 different directions. That is the straight stretch we just walked down. There's still people down there taking their prom photos.
Yeah.
If you liked this episode of us exploring the lore of Mothman and all the different histories and things that tie to it, please consider
giving us a follow, a like, or a share, or a comment on our Be Ventures page on YouTube.
Thank you guys, and see you guys next time. Honey, you said that we have to have like a hook, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like get ready. I'm just gonna like fling it at you. You take off running, okay?
Fling it at me?
Yeah, like the camera, just like, and then you're being chased, right? All right. All right, ready? Ready?
No.
What was that?